wait a little longer on that.
That's fine. Alright, so H's. Max and I. Yeah? Nothing? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Max and I apparently watched this show together. Apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, Hajime no Ippo. Apparently we watched this together. I remember it as watching it on my own, but apparently we watched it together and we watched I think I've seen like 40 episodes of it. So a good amount.
You watched past where we stopped. As I said, we only got to the first what's the name Mashiba fight, and we stopped there.
Yeah. Okay, that might have been it. We watched it together first, and then I watched it on my own. That sounds more familiar to me. So Max, you can go first.
Despite like how I feel like later arcs of Ippo are bad, I still love Ippo a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll give it an A, because I just remember myself like hours on end just reading the manga of Ippo or watching the anime.
Okay. Yeah, based on like the first 40 episodes I've seen, I'd probably say A. Harrison, you said B?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would say A. Huh?
I'll make that an A.
A? Okay, so all three A. Yeah, I'd say based on what I saw, A is good. I really liked it. Boxing anime. I really like the Rocky movies, so it kind of brought me back to that. Okay, so I've seen this show, and I think Max has definitely seen this show. Hellsing Ultimate.
B.
B, yeah.
I love Hellsing. I love Hellsing Ultimate. I think it still goes in B.
So you have problems with it too, huh?
Yeah.
Go on, tell me your problems with it.
All his work is kind of similar, but he's just like Alucard's a really OP guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Nazis are funny. But it's just like it's kind of nonsense. I just don't really feel too strong about it.
Yeah.
I like the dub a lot though.
The dub is, yeah. I was gonna say the good things. The dub is great. It looks Kristen Freeman is just amazing. It looks really great. It's a really good anime. I love Alexander Anderson. I think he's one of my favorite characters. In fact, I pretty much love all the characters, I think. The biggest thing for me that I think pulls it down is the pacing of scenes.
Yep.
Scenes just go on for so long of just characters giving these long monologues.
It's a long monologue about, man, my dick's the biggest.
I think the one with the Major was awesome, and I have no problems with that one, talking about how much he loves war and how much he loves being a Nazi. But I think most of the other ones are alright, this could have been cut down just a bit.
I thought we were Kristen Freeman does because I get to hear his voice for a long time.
Yeah, but overall, I really did like it, but I can agree it's probably a B. Chris, have you seen any of it?
No.
Harrison?
Yes.
What do you think?
Nothing.
Nothing? Alright. Throw it in B. I really liked it. It was one of the first shows I watched when I started, watching a bunch of shows.
Regrow your leg. Summon your demons.
I remember I watched it on Wednesdays alongside Black Sails, and so those were the days I looked forward to every week.
Come on. Hurry.
Rip Van Winkle. Alright, so that was pretty fun. Here's a show Chris and I watched together. Hilda.
Aw, A.
Hilda's last season came out recently, didn't it?
Yeah, we haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but we will. Yeah, I'd say A too. It's a really good show.
I think my least favorite part of Hilda is everything before they get into the town.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not bad. It's just okay.
I just love Hilda. I love the voice actress because she was so awesome on Game of Thrones, and I think she's just such a great voice actress. So yeah, I'll put it an A. It's a good place. And here's a show Max and I watched, House of Cards. We watched the first 4 seasons together. Essen, you saw it?
No.
Oh, I thought you said me too, and I'm like, what?
He said,
I
"Did
said-
ya?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it in college.
See.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first 2 seasons are really good. The 3rd and 4th seasons are not as good. And then I watched like the first 4 episodes of the 5th season, and it was awful. And I never watched the 6th season, but apparently it's just god awful.
And, and we won't even talk about Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we watched the first 4 seasons before all the stuff about Kevin Spacey came out. It doesn't help. It probably makes the show a lot harder to rewatch. But I do remember enjoying it. And I think it was,
After the 6th season, he made a YouTube video after all the controversy stuff come out. Like, I really think it should end here.
Yeah, he made a video as Frank Underwood, and it was really weird and tone deaf, and it was, yeah, Kevin Spacey's weird. C, I think, is probably a good place for it overall, because the 3rd and 4th seasons were really shaky. House of Cards, but I enjoyed watching it together. It was pretty fun. Okay, here's an interesting one. Max and Chris watched this together. Actually, we all watched it together, and then Max and Chris watched it together, like, continued, and then I watched it by myself. Hunter x Hunter.
I was gonna put an S for the Chimera, but then I was like, no, the stuff before the Chimera arc.
You have to take into account all of Greed Island,
Yeah.
all of the Hunter exam, which I know
I like
you
Greed
guys don't really
Island.
like.
I really
Island
like the
and
York
True.
New City stuff.
York New City is my favorite arc.
Hey,
I still have it as my background.
I'll go A.
I have an A. Yeah.
Probably agree.
Yeah, I don't think it deserves to be an S.
It did enter.
Chimera and Arc does. No.
I can't just base it on
Yeah,
one.
I know.
It entered the Riley Tier Hall of Fame. So that does support it a lot. But I think A is probably the best place for it. I did
Hey.
really like it though. It's close. I think it is, I'm with Max. It's really close to S. Because I think I'm probably the closest to S because I actually don't dislike the Hunter exam arc as much as you guys.
I don't dislike it. I think it's just drags on. It's very slow.
I don't even think it is,
like
but
I told
that's
Max,
fine.
I still feel like you have to watch it. You have to watch it because it's very important to the characters.
It's
and,
also
like, their relationships.
I mean, it's also important because the whole thing is like it's trying to like lull you into thinking it's going to be like a normal kind of shonen action story, and then it kind of like flips the tables on you towards the end of that arc.
I like a lot of
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter of just Gon Killa seeing the world is a lot like bigger place than they think, and there are people that are way stronger than they are.
Yeah, I love how the world is just so much bigger than the main characters. I think that's really unique in a way. And I just love the main characters, and I think the power system is pretty neat. And I love the Chimera Ant arc. And the more I'm talking, the more I'm thinking I want to put it in S, but we'll keep it in A. Yeah. Even then, the Chimera arc has problems. It does have problems. It's not perfect. That's why I like York New more. But there you go. I didn't think we'd get this far. I did put Id Invaded on this list, but I don't think we can really rank that yet, Max. We've only seen the first 2 episodes. Right?
Wait, Invaded?
Id Invaded, the show we just started together.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot the name.
Yeah. We've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I don't think we can really rank it.
That was another moment where I went and looked it up.
That's fine.
It was
I
just
understand.
terror again. I went, what the fuck is that show? Not enough to rank it. We can put it in
Alright.
2B. cite it.
I guess, yeah, we can if we want. And then the next one we have is a show we watched together, the three of us. Harrison might have joined in as well a few times. Infinity Train.
Hey. I would put it in A. I like that show. I like the
Yeah,
characters.
I'd say B, but A. We'll average it to A.
B.
Harrison, you said B?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm fine with putting it B if you want to put it in B.
well, I mean, we're at BBAA, so unless anyone wants to, like, Max, you want to change it to B, you can, but
I think I'm fine putting it in B.
okay. It's a high B.
Yeah, it's a high B, of course.
I liked
I
it.
like the first cast of characters. Very snappy, witty dialogue.
Yeah, I like the. I think the second was my favorite. All right.
Third was my favorite.
Oh, really? Interesting. Chris, what about you?
I like them all equally.
Okay, well there you go. We just completed the spectrum, and then we get Alex like, I hated all of it.
He's like, I only like Tulip.
She's a girl. It's like, but Alex, the girl, the third one was a girl also,
and
the
the second one.
Yeah, well,
And
she's
she
kind of a bitch. They were bitches.
Well, yeah, well, the other two girls weren't white.
All right. Well.
All right. Moving on. Here's a show we are actually currently watching, and we'll be watching tomorrow. Invincible.
B.
Damn.
I like Invincible. I just think
I was gonna say B too, but I thought I was gonna be the outlier here.
No, I'd agree with B.
Okay. Yeah, B.
It's all right.
I don't know.
I'd recommend it, Harrison. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
I think, like, for you guys, you're watching it. Like, I'm thinking about like how good do I like it as an adaptation right now? I think it's pretty good. But that's fine. Moving on to the J's. You know what the first J is?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, that's J-U. That would be towards the end.
I know. I can't remember any other J's. That's why I said it.
Jigglypuff.
So here's a show Chris and I watched together. Jessica Jones. We watched the first season together.
Hey.
Eh?
Yeah, I'll put that in. I love that. I like that show a lot.
It's probably good for it. Maybe Max and I can watch it at some point. David Tennant is amazing.
Scene where it's like two people beating up on one person, and it's just great. It's just amazing.
I think it's carried a lot by David Tennant in that first season, but I also like the other characters too. It also introduced Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, who I think is a really good casting.
Yeah, and I like the cop. I like the friend, and I like Jessica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I even like the
Do we put Luke Cage on
crackhead guy?
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right. Next up on the J's. I'm actually gonna reorder these outside of alphabetical. So we're gonna do this one. Me and Max watched JoJo's Phantom Blood.
Phantom Blood. All
Yep,
right.
Part 1, Phantom Blood.
Oh man, you guys are ranking the JoJo parts. This is fun.
Yeah, we're separating them because I felt it wouldn't be fair to put it all in one.
I'm like, I almost want to say A, but I'm trying to decide if Part 1 should go in A. I like Part 1 a lot more than most people do.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about putting it in C, I think. Because I like it, but I think it's just... It's not that long. I mean, it's not that long, and it's just... I don't know. Whenever I go back and rewatch it, I'm just thinking, like, I want to get to Part 2.
You know what? I'll put it in C, I guess.
C? Harrison, do you have a thought?
It's very fun the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time, it's like, I don't know if I want to do this again.
It's because you have the context of what the rest of the series is like. So going back, you're like, oh, it's like I'm getting closer to more generic anime.
like the first episode of
It's
part
gonna
one
be
a lot.
fun watching this in reverse.
I like the last episode of part one a lot.
I agree. I think I completely agree with that. The first and last episodes are really good. I just think there's a lot of stuff in the middle that kind of drags, and it's not
Like the
amazing.
fight against as funny and like wacky as it is, the fight against the Dio's like guards,
His
whatever,
resurrected knight dudes.
like, with pluck that becomes luck. I'm sorry, luck becomes
So
pluck.
weird. I don't get that joke even to this day.
But it did have Speedwagon using his fucking high ass abs to decross that guy's arm. So I don't know if you should go and see.
Alright, so Max, you want to raise that to B? Just be honest, what do you think it is? Don't worry about me. What do you think it is, honestly?
I'll put it in C. I like as much as parts I like. There are parts where on rewatch I do feel like it drags, especially because I watched part one like so many times.
Mm-hmm. What about you,
C.
Harrison? C? Okay, well, I'll put it in C.
Yeah.
I do like Jonathan. He's a good boy.
Should I capitalize the second J? I'm gonna capitalize the second J. And I'll just put part one.
Jojo.
Alright. JoJo's Part 2, Battle Tendency.
A.
I'm gonna say S, because it's my favorite JoJo's. That was...
I'm gonna say
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna say A because I think is Caesar and Lisa more useless than Abdul and Kakyoin. I feel like Caesar and Lisa were a lot cooler than Abdul and Kakyoin's first appearances, and so them being kind of useless hurts more. So I think it should go into A.
Yeah. I just, like, I don't know. I remember us watching it, because when we watched part one, I was like... Because you really wanted to watch JoJo's. I remember that. And when I finally did watch it with you, we were watching part one, I'm like, there's some really fun stuff here, but I don't, like, really get it yet. But on part two, I was like, alright, I get it. This is really fun and unique.
I love Joseph. I love a lot of parts.
Joseph is just the best Joestar. He's
That's
the best
funny 'cause it's
JoJo.
I think it's the same for me, but like with 5 and 4.
But I just feel there's some issues I have with 2 in terms of how some characters get treated, and the villains in that part are kind of especially compared to Dio.
Oh yeah, the villains are probably the weakest out of the series. I agree.
Joseph carries that show on his back.
Yeah,
that part.
Which makes me think maybe I should put it in A, because I do accept all those problems that you've been listing. But I do love Joseph so much. He's like my favorite JoJo's character. Like, he's my favorite JoJo, but I think he's also just my favorite character in the series.
Like such things as at the start of that part, a woman's been taken hostage by Straits
Yeah.
or Straits.
Yeah.
Quote. And Joseph's like, I don't care about her. Do what you want, because he's hoping his bait would just make him let go. And Straits looks at him and then rips her tooth out. He's like, wait.
It's pretty great. What about you, Harrison?
Hey.
A? Alright, we can average it to A, that's fine.
There says a lot about Joseph when one of his first things he does when he realizes that he guesses that Strazos is evil, is that he immediately pulls out a Tommy gun and shoots it to a restaurant full of people. And that's such an iconic scene that in multiple fighting games, that's one of his moves.
He whips out the Tommy gun.
Yes.
That's lovely. Anyway, we can talk about it later.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to because I think Chris will watch it at some point, right?
Yeah.
So I won't go all.
But before he watches that, he has to watch JoJo's Part 3, Stardust Crusaders.
Which is most people's favorite, right?
It definitely made the
Not
series
if
like
they've watched
explode.
Yeah, it was because originally all there was for JoJo you could watch was the OVA, a Part 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it kind of like was the big like explosion point of the series.
Okay. Stardust Crusaders. I like a lot of Stardust Crusaders, but I also feel like it feels like the longest series.
I think it feels long because it's also kind of repetitive, formulaically, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is just kind of villain of the week for the entire thing until the end.
Interest stands, which were really cool.
Mm-hmm. But the stands aren't that good, like compared to the rest of the series.
Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of like standout ones.
Yeah,
and, like,
there's some cool ones.
There's a lot of good fights. There are some bad fights also. A lot of people say they don't like Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune was cool. It also had like my least favorite like thing in JoJo's, which just made me like angry at you. Like I was like, Max, why are you making me watch this?
Jotaro is cool. I like Jotaro. I feel there's a lot about his character that retroactively gets better throughout the parts.
Mm-hmm.
Kakyo and Abdul.
Fucking yeah.
They get Kakyo going, no one ever deflects the Emerald Splash.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Kakyo's first fight is bad. Kakyo's second fight is good. Abdul's both fights are pretty good. And then Abdul disappears.
Yeah, I don't like what they did with Abdul's character. Harrison, did you say B? Is that what you said?
I said, I think the disparity between the high points and the low points is very great.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that at all. My God, I asked you to repeat that. I just heard
that's just
me.
that's just because I stopped talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is a tough one for me. But the music,
I think it has some of the series' highest highs and lowest lows.
The final battle is probably my favorite final battle, even though like Killer Queen's like my favorite stand, and I love Kira as a character. I still think the final battle of Stardust Crusaders is like the best battle in the entire series for me. It's just so fucking hype, and like it's so good. It's so good. That final arc is so great.
The Steely Dan are really good. The
Darbies
really
were great.
Good.
When the Egypt stuff got a lot better. I'd still probably put it in C for me.
But the Egypt stuff also got like one of the worst episodes of JoJo, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Set. I think
Set. Is that the one I hate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that episode either.
Okay. Alessi. Yeah. Overall, I'd put Crusaders in C.
Yeah. It's a shame, but I think it has to go in C.
Harrison, do you have a point, like a thing you want to put on B?
C.
Oh, C. Okay.
I'm sorry, Part 3. I love you, but you gotta go and see.
It's iconic, certainly. It's very iconic, but it is a very mixed bag as well.
It is inconsistent.
Consistently inconsistent. Yeah. Okay.
I was doing the dart.
Right. And now, Chris can finally join the conversation. Part
time
4. Diamond is unbreakable. Here's where Chris is gonna throw it in S. I know he is.
Oh wait, no, I want to hear what you guys got. Go ahead.
All right. It's definitely up there with 2 as being like close to my favorite.
A. Let me go through. Let me think about it for a second.
I mean, I was hesitant to put Part 2 in S, so I kind of have to put it in A. But yeah. I don't know, man. It's really good, though. Maybe I should put it in S. Like, I'm just thinking, because it has everything with Kira and Killer Queen is awesome. It has fucking Ghost Dad, which I love, and Chris hates.
I think he's stupid.
It also has the Cinderella episode.
Yeah? Do you not like that one?
Not really.
I'm okay with that one. Episode? The one where Koichi has to like remember Yukako in order to like help her get her face back.
Oh, I like that one.
I thought that one was pretty good. I love Mysterioso. I think that was his dub name. I don't remember what his actual name, but the guy who could like fold stuff up in paper. I really love that one.
Yeah.
I loved
I love the episode with is he an alien? Is he a stan?
yeah.
Josuke being the
I like that one too.
shit I've ever seen.
Josuke doesn't care. Josuke doesn't care if this guy's an alien. He just wants to cheat Rohan out of some money. So he uses him to cheat at cards.
That face Josuke makes
dice,
when
rather.
he's going to go cheat Rohan out of money. That face when he's got his hand like up to his mouth, he's looking down, he's just giggling to himself.
I love how like Rohan hates Josuke so much, but he is so right. Like he has every reason to hate him.
He hates Josuke so much, and he hates whenever Josuke's around.
I love Cheat Trick as well. Speaking of Rohan,
it's like I love Rohan trying to rationalize who he should get to help him. He's like, I can't trust Josuke with this. He'd probably look at it.
Yeah.
Yasu's too stupid. Koichi's the only one who listens to me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, man. What's the
Rohan's really funny also because he reminds me of it's one of the funniest tropes in Jojo is of after I beat your ass, you're a better person, and some of your weird aspects of yourself are gone. Because when Rohan first popped up, he was, I need to get reality into my work. I kill spiders and lick them. And after he says he's just kind of like a normal guy, he hangs out, just has tea.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love Pearl Jam, like the whole fucking Tony's, like Tonio's restaurant one. It was just so like there was nothing to do with the main story, but it was just so funny.
Yeah, it was. It was really creepy too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Highway Star also.
Highway Star was pretty
Highway
great.
Star I love that episode.
Like creative uses of his stand that episode of disassemble the he does so much of like disassembles the bike, make turns or stuff like that, or he's freaking out. He's like, why is the bike breaking? Oh, it's just out of gas. It's just out of gas. I can deal with that.
I love when he like destroys a car, gets to the other side of it, and then reassembles it to trap all the like the stand inside it. I
like Okuyasu fucking destroying like space so he can fly. I love that
was awesome.
Much.
That show emotionally affected me because it made me want to stop watching it for like for like a month, but in like a really good way. Man, maybe I should
part for a day. No, I'm good.
Maybe I should put it in S tier, which I know sounds weird because it makes.
I literally have to go watch the rest of it with my dad. That's how sad that was.
Oh man, I'm gonna put it in S. I'm gonna put it in S. I talked myself into it. This is so much amazing stuff. Like the whole Bites the Dust arc is just so amazing and like thought provoking.
Hi, Ato.
What about everyone else? Where are you guys putting it?
A.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with S tier because your boy just bought a poster because it has like the reverse banana fish effect on me where I finished it and I was like, alright, that was pretty good. Like I was like, that's a really good JoJo. Like now I see why people like JoJo. But as time goes on, I'm like, I love that fucking show. It's in my top 10. Like part 4 at least is in my top 10. And I was just like, yeah, it reminds me of Too Many Cooks. Like in a sense of like the beginning of that show is just kind of like it's kind of like a what is it, like a Monster of the Week type of thing? Kind of like half of like Monster of the Week. Yeah. And like not much is going on, but in the background there's something very ominous happening, and there's a serial killer, and I'm like, that's so cool because it's just in this little small town, and they're just doing day by day shit of like like beating up random people and fucking playing rock paper scissors with like a fucking kid. Like that's cool, but like when it gets to like the actual villain, he's also cool, and it's like, I just love that show. I just love.
All right, you convinced me, Chris. Yes.
It's good. It's really good.
Evens or odds?
Evens or odds?
Also,
Evens. You just gotta roll a die to determine where.
S.
Okay, cool. All S.
and we also got
We
fucking
got a 4.
Albert Wesker. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Yep.
DC Douglas is so good as Kira.
Part 4 was finally like a really good dub for JoJo.
I like the part 2 dub. I haven't seen the part 3 dub yet, but I like the part 2 one. I thought it was pretty good. And the part 1 one was pretty good too. But yeah, the part 4 one's amazing. Yeah, it's really good.
Dad, come on, bro.
Start using your head, man.
Where's your math, bro?
Oh, it was when they were like trying to. When Shigechi wanted to like keep the money from them, and they're like had to explain to him how they were splitting it 3 ways. It's like, come on, man, you gotta use your head. Whatever the hell they said.
Also, like Hayato is such a like sleeper guy. Like, I didn't expect this kid to do anything. I'm just like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, they have this kid. Like, it's cool that he's like trying to figure out his dad. But yeah, he's literally like the person who brings everything together. Like,
yeah,
he was the best quote unquote like speedwagon of the show.
And then I remember before watching that show, like Riley hated Koichi, and I'm like, but after watching it, I was like, I like Koichi a lot. Like, his character changes a lot from the beginning to the end. Like,
I was like, why do you hate Koichi?
I don't know. He's still like not. He's still kind of around the middle for me in terms of the characters.
He's so cool, especially the part where he's like at the hospital. Is like that nurse.
The it was Kill the Ho. It was the Highway Star episode. Yeah, I like that.
He's just so smug. Like,
it was like, oh, so do you need some help down there? Yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. So yeah, well, that's a solid S tier. And then to round it out, we gotta talk about Golden Wind. I rewatched about half of it when the dub was coming out, and I didn't finish it.
Golden Wind might have my favorite of the party around the main JoJo characters.
Yeah,
I like the gang is very endearing, and the way they play off each other.
I'm gonna put it F tier because of P and the jellyfish. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't put it F tier.
I'm putting it F tier because Jojo definitely drank that piss. That was only a 98% water absorption. A.
Yeah.
A. I really like part 5 a lot, and I was especially surprised because a stream I was watching before part 5 came out talk about my least favorite JoJo part. I don't like anything about it, and watching through, I was like, this is really good.
It was good. I definitely liked it a lot more than Crusaders. I really liked Diavolo as a villain, and I liked most of the villain of the week.
I like Doppio.
Doppio was cool. I actually, cool. Yeah, all the villains of the week and all their stands were really cool. Like, I think Part 5 had some of the most memorable stands for me. Like, I love Grateful Dead, and I love Green Day, and I love Oasis. Like, I thought they were all really cool.
And it helps that the villains in Part 5 had, like, a reason to be tied to, like, the main villain. Like, outside of just they were infected by a stand arrow or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and I loved fucking King Crimson versus Metallica. I thought that was just such a cool fight because I love when villains fight. That's one of my
favorite JoJo fights.
I love when villains fight each other. I think it's so cool. It's good. I'd probably put it in Mech's at A tier. I'd probably put it in B tier. I definitely like a lot more than parts 1 and 3.
Gosh, so many good moments in part 5.
I'll put in B tier.
Harry-san?
B.
B? Alright, so average a B.
I think it's very middle of the line JoJo. It is exactly the formula, done correctly. Not too much further beyond above or below. Very consistently just good.
Very fair.
Oh, and we forgot about fucking alley girl in part 4.
Rainy.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah. Yep, there's just a lot of great stuff to talk about in part 4. All right, so we're out of JoJo. Now we get to talk about a show that Max and Chris have seen, and I have only seen the first 2 episodes. Yeah.
Also, part 5 made me cry when Abicho.
Bakio yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sad. I didn't. Also felt kind of heartbroken when Narancia died too. Like,
Yeah, I think that one was more sad for me. But that was mainly because we had to see it, like in full detail.
He was talking about like he was going to go back to school, and
Yeah. I'll never forget, like, one of my favorite funny moments from part 5 is when Fuga is trying to help Narancia solve the math equation.
he stabbed him with a fork.
I don't know why, I just love that bit.
one of my favorite funny bits is in the last episode, actually, when they show the stone.
The Rolling Stone, yeah.
Where Fugo just crawls out of the car and just falls over in the background.
Yeah, I remember that. But that's JoJo. So yeah, this. Yep, you guys have seen it. I watched the first 2 episodes today. Jujutsu Kaisen.
S tier.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna abstain from ranking it because I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
I'm wondering.
A tier, right? I can still go for A tier. That's just me going off of like pure hype for that show right now. But I could go for A tier.
Jujutsu Kaisen is pure shonen goodness.
Yeah. It's everything I want in a show, like a shonen action show.
All the characters are really interesting, cool. I'm not gonna spoil anything. The way they play off each other is really nice, and Mappa does a great job animating the action in that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember in the first episode, when Goyo just like fucking bodied the possessed guy.
Itadori.
Yeah, and it just looked like it was so smooth looking.
It was a kind of I didn't know how the show was gonna be, and
Me
as it
neither.
went on, I liked it more and more. The soundtrack's really good.
Really great arcs.
Paradise.
The soundtrack is done by the soundtrack plays in the episodes, not like the full songs. It's done by a black UK artist.
Mm.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Very good show. I'm excited to see what happens next with it. I guess I put an A also.
Okay. Harrison, how much have you?
I'm just saying, if it continues the way it does,
No
S
comment.
tier.
No comment. Okay.
Also has one of my favorite female characters in all of
Unlike Kishimoto, I feel like the females in that show get a lot. A
Right.
lot.
Okay.
A lot to do.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to a Max and I show, Justice League, the original series.
I watched it. Oh. Thought we were talking about Zack Snyder.
Justice
A.
League. Hey.
A. Wait, is Unlimited its own tab or is it?
Yeah,
just...
Unlimited is its own show.
Oh, okay. B then for the original.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree. Yeah, it was good. I liked the interpretation of the characters, and there was some good stuff. And that means we can move on quickly to Justice League Unlimited.
A.
A, yeah.
I thought because I was like, wait a minute.
Unlimited had like my favorite scene ever, which I frequently go back to YouTube to rewatch, where it's like the Questions confrontation with Lex Luthor. I love that. I love that shit so much. And like Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor in all those shows. Oh, amazing.
Favorite Luthor.
He's so good. He is just so fucking amazing.
Lex Luthor's like, "Where's me money?"
I mean, he does. I mean, he says like, "Where? Now, what about those files you stole from me?"
Oh, about those files.
President, do you know how much power I'd have to give away to become president? That's
You just
right.
said farce.
That's right, conspiracy nuts. My campaign was a farce. I spent $20 million on a presidential campaign just to tick Superman off. It's so good. It's so awesome, dude. Yeah, Just League Unloaded is really good. It has really great episodes, good storylines, really great like arcs too. And it had a pretty good Batman Beyond like crossover thing. So yeah, that was really good. Next up is a show I'm going to watch with Chris very soon, and I have watched with Max, and Max has read all the manga. Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
S.
Really?
Yeah, I might agree. It might be like the funniest anime I've ever seen. Max does have the bias of having read the manga.
Yeah. There's some arcs that are coming up that I really, really like.
I do
won't go
love
into
it
any more
so
than that.
much. I love that show. I'll agree on S. Harrison, do you have something?
Hey.
A. All right.
Especially got put in S because something happened recently. Apparently, that made people upset. And then when I saw what it was, I was like, cope.
Very good. I can't wait to watch that with Chris. And I'm watching with Alex too as well. Very off and on. Okay, next is a show that the three of us watched, and Harrison most likely joined along the way for some. Kaiji, Ultimate Survivor.
Hey.
Gotta check out second
I've
season.
seen that twice.
You seen all of it? Damn.
Yeah, I've seen all of it twice.
We stopped after the roasting Neil.
You're gonna get upset, Harrison. We've only watched the first season.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I'd probably put it in like high B, but A is good. What about you, Harrison?
A.
A. All right, so solid A.
I guess at some point.
I think you'd find the ending to be very humorous.
I'll probably after we get through Summer Flamenco or Tia might put it up to second season.
All right. Yeah, I think my favorite arc is still like the rock paper scissors arc, just because I think that just fully realized the mind game kind of nature of the show, and I really enjoyed it. Also, we got Ando.
Ando.
Curtis.
Fucking Curtis. All right. Next, let's get into this little series here. So, we've all seen at least some of this. I don't know if Chris has finished it, but let's talk about Kamen Rider Build.
S.
Yay!
I'd say B. I enjoyed it.
A.
A. Okay,
I
so
like the characters.
B A S S. I think we'll.
Yeah, I wish there was a recording of me and Harrison going for Kamen Rider Build. Because it was us going, I don't know if this is gonna be good. And then us transitioning like, this is the best show.
You really? Would you say it's in your top 10 shows?
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
we'll average it at S then. I was gonna average it at A, but if it's in your top 10 favorite shows, we'll bump it up to S.
There was a moment when me and Harrison were just crying together. I can't take that moment away from us.
That's very fair. Well, let's get through all these then. Kiva.
Oh man, we got okay.
Kiva.
Kamen Rider Kiva.
I
D.
remember on a scale of 10, you gave it a 7. I think I also gave it a 7.
That'd be about a B or a C. But Max just said D.
Oh no, he's having a banana fish effect.
I'd give it a C.
See, everything. Well, most things with Otoya in that show were really good until it got to like 75% of the show. When you go, man, the character he's been trying to get with the entire season, he got her, and immediately he gets with a new girl. I want to fucking put this show in the dumpster.
That sounds
The
like a
thing we all wanted to happen happened, and then he was like, I don't want this anymore.
I'm gonna give the goth girl. I'm gonna give the goth girl who appeared in the last like 10 episodes. While also in the present timeline, the main character was also getting cocked.
So Max, do you maintain your D?
Yeah, I'm maintaining a D.
Alright. I think I might want to put it in D just because all I know about this show is every time Max came into chat and started complaining to me about it. I don't think I've ever heard Max say something good about that show.
There are things we both enjoyed about it.
Yeah, it's
I'll
really,
put
the
it wherever
first
you
half
guys
of the
want me to.
I liked so much of the show, but then I felt like I got fucking shot.
So where are we putting it then?
Probably D.
Yeah, I think it deserves to be D for the whiplash it gave me. Where he did not want to stick that landing.
Alright, what about Kamen Rider Kuga?
S
Jesus, fuck, Max.
or A. I'll put your S or A depending what Harrison wants to do.
Oh,
Hell, Harrison says B, I'll put it there, but it's up to him.
let's give that boy an S.
Let's give that boy
Alright.
an S.
Okay.
What I deserves it.
Yeah. The creator of Kuga said when he was going to make it, he wanted to create something that destroyed the genre of Sentai.
Did it do that?
It feels like such a different show compared to every other one we watched.
The
So,
main
yeah.
character's actor is someone who hated Kamen Rider.
The main character actor didn't want to be in the show, but we really liked him. And then afterwards, never came back to be that character. So anytime that character appeared, he had to always be in the suit.
Alright, and the last one, Kamen Rider W.
B.
I agree.
Alright. Sounds good.
There's something really funny. You go, build S, Kiva, D, Kuga, S, W, B.
Alright. Alright, so that's all the Kamen Riders. Next up we have a show we did not finish. Karakuri Circus.
D. I don't care. Didn't care then. Kaiji's just such a better gambling quote unquote show.
No,
Like,
not Kakigurui. Karakuri Circus with
Oh,
Zonafa
D.
syndrome.
D.
Still D. Alright.
I feel bad because that show from the outset seemed really promising.
Shaska Harrison thinks. Sorry, go on.
And then I don't know what. I think it was at the point when Nafune woke up in the hospital.
Yeah.
And from there, it started to go downhill.
Yeah, because like the Zonafa syndrome thing was funny at the beginning because you're like, oh, this is like his little character thing.
But then it was real.
And then I'm like, this is so dumb.
It was like such an important plot point. Like it's just so
Yeah,
weird.
was
Also,
real?
it was also murdering people. Like
Like
what?
the hospital was full of kids that had died from it. And it was literally disease being spread by puppets.
Yeah,
So
fuck
Harrison, what are your
that
thoughts
guy.
on Karakuri Circus?
No comment.
Okay.
Actually, oh, never mind. I'll play a D there. Yeah,
We think about putting an F.
yeah. But I'm like, there was some cool stuff there, like
As
action.
I said, like the first half of it, I was like,
Yeah.
I was open. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. Next is a show I have not seen. Kekai Sensen.
I really like Karakuri Circus's second opening.
Oh,
The end.
C? I would put it in
Yeah.
B.
Well, because we have to consider the second season also. Like, we can't just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to consider everything you've watched.
High C. High C.
So you're both saying C.
Yeah. High C orange.
Yeah, I see.
Harrison, do you have any comments on Kekai Sensen?
I've never seen it.
Okay, neither have I. I don't know what it's about. I know nothing about it.
I would recommend the first season to you, actually.
Okay.
The first season actually self-contained because it's not actually.
But it does
manga.
start a little. It has a weird storytelling. Like the way it tells a story is kind of weird.
You might enjoy the second season. I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoy stuff.
You like fairy tale, so you know. You should.
I'll accept that. Okay, next.
I am righteous.
Next is a show that I didn't watch this with Max. I think I watched it on my own, and then I watched it with Chris. But I'm pretty sure Max has definitely seen it. Kill la Kill.
Yeah. Some people will probably disagree with me, but I'll say A.
Oh well, what? Well,
Do you think
okay.
people like it more or like it worse than you?
Yeah.
Probably like it less.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I can understand why people would be off put by it, but I really, yeah.
I would say I'm still like sort of off put about it.
It's weird,
You're
but
really wrong about that,
weird.
Max.
I thought people really liked Kill la Kill.
When that anime aired,
Oh yeah, I remember people saying it saved anime. It was.
Kill la Kill's coming here to save anime.
Yeah, but I thought people like in recent times like turn around a little bit. So I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm still off put by it. It's very weird, but I like it enough. You know what I mean? I think it's definitely A material.
I like it just because of how unapologetic about how weird it is. Like, it doesn't give a fuck what you think about it. It just goes so far into that weird.
Also,
like
fan art for it has never stopped.
Sorry.
Fan art for it has never stopped.
Yeah, I love the character designs. I love all the characters. I just love how, like, every character is just so big. Like, all their personalities are so big and boisterous. I just really like it. And also, Gamagori is just, like, the king of that show.
He's as big as the episode needs him to be.
And I don't know. I love Gamagori, and I love Satsuki, and I love Ryuko. I don't know. I love that show. I'm close to S, but I'll definitely put it in A. Harrison. Harrison.
Yes.
S. All right. I would agree with you. I am close to putting it in S. I'll average it to an A. But damn, I like that show.
What did Chris say?
Chris said A.
That's an A.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun watching that with Chris.
It was definitely a fun watch.
Here's a show that Josh turned me on to. And I'm pretty sure we've all seen some extent of it. Konosuba.
Cool. No. Super. A.
TBD.
DVD. Have you not seen that much of it? Jeez.
Me and Harrison are watching through it, but I feel like I don't want to get my full opinion until I finish it.
Okay.
It's that show is so weird for me because it's like I go from one extreme, which is like ReZero, and I go to Konosuba, and I'm like trying my mind is trying to like separate the two because they're totally vastly different. And like Konosuba is like very funny, like so I'm just like I want to see like until the end, like I want to see it all.
I mean, they're both like non-traditional isekai. Like ReZero is kind of like a deconstruction of the isekai, whereas Konosuba is just kind of like a mockery of it almost. Mm-hmm. I will never forget being in Georgia, being in John's basement, and Josh like, "Yo, we're gonna watch this. I've been watching this anime, so we're just gonna watch it on this TV down here while John makes dinner."
Drunk.
Yeah, we were all drunk. Oh my god, we just got done with a brutal drinking game. And I saw the scene with the fucking Axis cult flyer. And I was laughing for like 5 minutes. It was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I was like, I have to watch this show. And it was so great because we had like a couple episodes building up to that where we started watching, and Josh was like trying to explain the characters to me. And I was just laughing so hard at how he was explaining these characters. Oh my god, it was just so special for me. So, I'll say A with Max. What about you, Harrison?
Hey.
Yeah,
That
it's
was my favorite moments.
pretty
where,
funny.
Where I made a promise to Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright. Good to know.
I asked Harrison, "You like this opening?"
I like both openings.
He told me, "Yeah." And I said to him, "Well, good. You're never gonna hear it again."
You're a tyrant.
You started doing it, and I didn't even remember him saying it.
That was the best part, is that Harrison didn't remember me saying that. So every time, like, why?
Yeah.
I didn't agree to this. This contract was signed and I wasn't present.
I love Maggie Mean. She's best girl. Alright. Let's move on to the final K, and this is a Max and Chris show. I have not seen it. Harrison might have seen it. Kuroko no Basket.
S.
This is a show I wanted to watch with you guys, but we didn't end up doing it.
Nah, it's probably like an A for me. I really thoroughly enjoy that show.
Hey,
2 A's. Harrison?
I mean, I could put it on a Wednesday eventually.
No comment, Harrison?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, moving on to the L's. L's. This is a show I watched with Max, and then I watched it with Chris. What?
Go ahead.
Legend of Korra.
B.
B, really? Alright.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I'll give it an A. Has some amazing stuff in it. Has some not so good stuff in it, but I don't think it's stuff that is bad enough to bring it down that far for me. So, we will put it in B, because both you guys said B. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I recommend it.
But I would also recommend that you watch all of Avatar first, because it's a lot better. Or it's just different.
Which is beneficial to it. Or beneficial? Yeah, beneficial to it.
I think it helps. I think it
Yeah.
wouldn't be as good if it was just copying everything the first series did. Here's a show I've watched the first season of. I think you guys watched it together. Little Witch Academia.
Woo!
Hey,
A.
Probably give it a B. S. Oh, okay. I'd probably give it a B from what I've seen so far.
we are just fucking stacking these trigger shows.
You
Except
know
for-
what, Harrison?
Except
You
for
want to throw it in
Freeman.
an S?
You know what, Harrison? I'm gonna throw it in an S. With you.
Okay.
I like
Fair
that
enough.
show a lot.
I'm looking over at Gridman, feeling bad for
It's
Man.
off the grid, man.
Alright. Alright. Next is a show that we are almost done with. Lost.
B.
B.
Okay.
What,
Harrison.
you thought we would go lower than that?
I thought Max would go lower, but it's fine.
Science in the show. How can I go lower?
Harrison, out of the
Yeah.
mixed episodes you've seen, do you have a thought?
Hey.
A, alright. I'd say A too. I really like Lost. Flaws and all. So we'll put it in I'll put it
Yeah,
in.
that one.
No, I mean I'll put it in B because you guys haven't finished it yet. So
Also, I really love Desmond, so he's cool.
Desmond's great. We'll put it in B, and we can do something else with it later. What the? I love Chunibyo and Other Delusions.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that we watched with Curtis.
Did we?
We watched like a few episodes because he recommended it. I don't, as I said, I don't remember much of it. I didn't think you were actually gonna put it on the list.
Oh.
Wait, Harrison, Shuniba is what we watch, right?
Yeah, we saw that together.
Oh yeah, Harrison
Okay.
put it in chat, so I put it on there. All right, what do you guys think of it? Because me and Max probably don't remember it enough to rate it.
It's a very cute show.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
is.
It's cool. Some cool action. Question mark. A. I'll play A. I'm okay with that.
Me
It's a
too.
solid little cute show.
Okay.
Very hard.
It gets an A because Itsuno-san also a Chubino, and he would relate with her.
Okay, here's a show that I watched and you guys watched together pretty much at the same time. Lovecraft Country.
B.
B.
Yep, I'd agree with that. It's pretty good. Really good acting. Nice effects. Harrison, did you ever see any of Lovecraft Country?
Don't know it.
Alright. It's
Did somebody come
neat.
in and save you, swinging a bat like Jackie Robinson?
I got you.
Alright. Let's get to the end of the L's. This is the last L, and then we'll do another cut because I have to go to the bathroom again. Last L is Luke Cage, which we watched together for maybe 8 episodes, and then I went and finished the season on my own.
B. Well, I saw it wasn't like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Jessica Jones Daredevil level, but
What's his last name start with? Oh yeah, a C.
I'd agree on C, knowing how I know the first season went. I never watched the second season.
Everybody want to be the king.
I'm comfortable playing in C. There's good stuff in there, but it's also kind of messy. Alright, that was an easy one. So we will move on to the M's next time. After I go to the bathroom, maybe.